So in 1888, we saw that there was a change of Kaiser. Okay, so the new Kaiser was Kaiser Wilhelm II. Fine. So Kaiser Wilhelm II, he became the Emperor of Germany in 1888. Fine. So what did this Kaiser do? So Kaiser was an autocratic person. He was like a type of a dictator who wanted to control the reins of the empire, and as a result he completely sidelined Bismarck. So now Bismarck is not in picture, and he started dominating the entire scene of Germany. And he first decision which he took was to reverse all the policies of Bismarck with respect to England. So what was the policy of Bismarck with respect to England? We saw that Bismarck decided that not to hurt England, right? But now we see that certain steps taken by Kaiser William II instigated or provoked England. Okay, so let us try to understand what did this new Kaiser do. So new Kaiser William II, first of all, he reversed all the decisions which were taken with. Okay, why he is not able to connect? Any issue? Fine, yeah. So the decision taken by the new emperor Kaiser William II was to reverse the policies of Bismarck. So he completely sidelined Bismarck. He reversed the policies of Bismarck with respect to England. Okay, so now he wanted to develop Germany industrially, technologically. So he focused on industrial development, and we see to it that by 1914 Germany left behind England and France with respect to iron and steel production. Okay, so newborn country surpassed England and France in the production of iron and steel. And iron and steel, it is considered to be a base building things for your industrial development. So that was the first thing done by Kaiser William II. Second thing, Kaiser William II adopted an aggressive colonizing policy. So aggressive colonizing policy, it means that, first of all, if you wanted to develop your colonies, you require, if you need to conquer the countries, you need a very strong navy. You need to be a strong naval power. So Kaiser William II developed a very powerful naval force, and with this naval force he was able to serve the dual purpose. One was the long distance trade, and second one, capturing new colonies. Okay, so now he started confiscating the regions in Africa, the regions in China. Okay, so newborn country Germany, industrially it is advancing. Second thing, adopting an aggressive colonial policy, developing a powerful navy, capturing the new colonies in Africa and China. It went to an extent when it captured few islands in Pacific. Okay, so it captured, not captured, it purchased few islands in Pacific, that is Carolina, Palau, and Mariana Islands. Okay, so these were original bases of Spain. Okay, so Spain was not that significant power by this time. So as a result, Spain sold these naval bases in Pacific to Germany. Okay, so Carolina, Palau, and Mariana Islands were sold to Germany by Spain. Okay, the next important thing which we see with respect to Kaiser William II was that in order to counter England in East, he designed a policy. He took a permission from Turkey in order to build a railway line right from Berlin to Baghdad. So imagine, he took a permission, Kaiser William II took a permission from Turkish king, Ottoman Turk, to build a railway line right from Berlin to Baghdad. Now, why it would create a tension with respect to England? The issue was that if you are reaching Baghdad, you are very near to India. And that was the fear for England, that if Germany is reaching Baghdad, definitely it would be very near to England, very near to India. Okay, so that resulted into apprehension in the minds of England. Okay, second thing, Germany rebuilt Kiel Canal. It repaired the Kiel Canal. Now, what is the Kiel Canal? So, if you go to world map, you will come to know that this area. So, this is the North Sea. You can see below there is a map. The bluish color water body is the North Sea, and North Sea ke left mein hai England. Okay, so to the left of this, like I'm watching like this. So, to the left of this North Sea is England. Fine. And Kiel Canal, now if the Kiel Canal is rebuilt, it means that Germany's U-boats, Germany had built a lot of submarines, and these submarines were called as U-boats because of the shape. Okay, so if the Kiel Canal was deepened and it was repaired, it means that very easily German warships, that is the U-boats, submarines, could easily enter the North Sea. And if it enters into the North Sea, this would pose as a big threat to England. Okay, so we are seeing that whatever decisions that were taken by Bismarck. So what was the decision of Bismarck? That we would not hurt England. Why? Because Germany would not be in a position to tackle England. But all these decisions of Bismarck were reversed by Kaiser William II. And in a way, now all the policies of Kaiser William II meant that it was trying to instigate England. Okay. And finally, in 1912, a big, world's largest ship was built by Germany by the name Imperator. Okay, so Imperator was the world's largest ship at that time, built in 1912. Okay, so all these policies resulted into increase of hatred between England and Germany. Okay, so once again, in 1888, the new emperor of Germany was Kaiser William II. He reversed the policies of Bismarck. He focused on industrial development. By 1914, we see that England and France, he left England and France in terms of production of iron and steel, adopted aggressive colonizing policy, developed a powerful navy, started capturing colonies in Africa and in China, also purchased naval bases in Pacific, that is Carolina, Palau, and Mariana Islands. Okay, then we saw that took a permission from Turkish king, that is Ottoman Turk, to build a railway line from Baghdad, from Berlin to Baghdad. And then we saw that how we repaired the Kiel Canal so that the submarines could easily enter into the North Sea. Fine. And the last decision was 1912, building of the world's largest ship, Imperator. Fine. Now England was alarmed. Okay, so in 1902, England signed a first friendship treaty with Japan. Now, why Japan? Why it went and signed a treaty with Japan? The reason is that England had a big empire in Asia. Okay, India was there. Okay, and the issue was that Japan was the only Asian country which had become industrially very powerful, and Japan was the only Asian country to practice imperialism. Okay, and as a result, the way Japan was progressing in technologically and the way it was becoming more and more aggressive, the threat for England, the immediate threat for England in Asia was Japan. So in order to protect its colonies, the first decision that was taken by England was to enter into a friendship treaty with Japan. So we see that 1902 friendship treaty was signed between England and Japan. Second important decision. So by the time we had seen in modern India also and everywhere, we had studied that England and France, even in the American Revolution, we saw that England and France were the traditional enemies of each other. For centuries, they were traditional enemies of each other. But now for the very first time, both these enemies, they were threatened by the expansionist policies of Germany. And ultimately, the two biggest rivals of the world signed a friendship treaty in 1904. This is considered to be one of the biggest developments of that period. Okay, 1904, two traditional enemies came together just again against one country, Germany. So you can now realize what would be the might of Germany at that time, because England was not a less country, it was a powerful country with a big colonial empire. France bhi utna powerful country tha, but imagine karo how much powerful Germany would have become that these two enemies, unko apni animosity chhod ke, they had to enter into a friendship treaty, and ultimately 1904 these two countries became friends. Okay, the next country that entered into this friendship treaty was Russia. Okay, so in 1907 we see that Russia entered into a friendship treaty, and in 1907 England and Russia became friends. Okay, at that time Russia was ruled by Tsar Nicholas. He entered into a friendship treaty with England, and now this is the birth of yet another group. So one group we saw that was born in 1882, that was Triple Alliance, GR, right? Germany, Italy, and Austria. Now this is the second group, Triple Entente. Entente, it's a French word and it means an ally. Okay, so it is FER, F-E-R, France, England, and Russia. So in 1907, the second group was born, and that was France, England, and Russia. Okay, for FER, fine. So any doubt up till now how these alliances were born? So this is one of the cause for World War II, that is forming of groups and forming of alliances. Okay, and these all were secret alliances. No one was declaring that we are into alliance with any other country. These were all secret alliance, and that resulted into more and more fear, apprehension, and hatred. Okay, any doubt up till now? Yashi, Sandhya, Akanksha, Olivia,
No,
any
no,
doubt?
ma'am.
All right, fine, fine. All right, because this part is very much important, how these groupings were formed. Okay, now we'll try to understand the complications in Balkan. Okay, so I'll just resume the share. Yeah. So the next important thing is political complications in Balkan. Okay. Now, what is this Balkan area? So can you see here the shaded area, the Balkans written over here? Now, this area, you can see the underbelly of Europe is called as Balkans. Okay. And or you can say the Eastern European region was called as the Balkan area. And Balkan ke baaju mein you can see Turkey. Turkey mentioned over there. So Turkey was yet another powerful country ruled by Ottoman Turks. Okay, so Balkans was under the Turkish Empire. Fine. तो ये पूरा जो Balkan area आपको दिख रहा है, Romania, Bulgaria, Macedonia, Greece, Albania, Montenegro, Kosovo, all this, Serbia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, Slovenia, all this area was under the Turkish Empire, and this area was called as the Balkans. Now, why this Balkan is important? If you see the geographical location of this Balkan is quite peculiar. Why? Because it's a peninsula surrounded by water on the three sides. So this Balkan, the one who will control this Balkan, will have access to the important water bodies of the world: Black Sea, Adriatic Sea, Aegean Sea, and the most important, Mediterranean Sea. Okay, Akanksha, please mute yourself, dear.
Yeah. I have a class, so I will just leave.
Yes. Sure, Sandeep. Yeah, definitely. You may leave. Even I will be ending it. Even I have a session. Yeah. So this Balkan area was under the control of Turkey. Okay, so because of its geographical location, this area was quite important, and everyone was specifically interested in this area. Mainly, the one who will control this Balkans will control Mediterranean Sea. And why Mediterranean Sea is important? If you guys know that from Mediterranean Sea via Suez Canal, you can easily come to India. Okay, and world may the most precious colony was India. India was called as the jewel and the crown of the British Empire, right? And England was prosperous because of India, and everyone knew that the one who will control Balkans will control Mediterranean and would have a great influence over attacking and approaching towards India. So now everyone was specifically they started interfering, and they were interested in the Balkan area. So England was interested, France was interested, and Russia was also interested. Okay, so why Russia was interested? The reason is that the people of Russia, they are Slavic by origin. The Russian race is called as Slav race. Okay, the territory of Russia, the people of Russia, they are called as the Slav race. And even in this Balkan, majority of the population belonged to Slav race, and especially Serbia purely Slavic. It's Slavic by origin. Okay, so because of race, okay, Russia was personally interested in this area. Though we saw that Russia had entered into a friendship treaty with England, but still सबके अपने personal motives थे, and the personal motive of Russia over here was Serbia and the Slavic origin. Okay, since the origin was same, the race was same, so even they were interested. Fine. England and France, they felt that the route to Asia via Mediterranean Sea would be endangered, and as a result, because England had the colony in Asia and France had colonies in the other countries of Asia, so as a result, both of them wanted to control over Mediterranean. Okay, and both these countries, they didn't want Russia to interfere over here. Fine. Now, even Austria-Hungary was interested in Balkan. Now, why Austria-Hungary was interested in Balkan? So, if you remember the map, okay, so here is Austria-Hungary, right? Can you see here in the green color, Austria-Hungary, and uske niche, jo reddish color hai, that is Balkan. So even Austria-Hungary was interested. Why? Just imperialistic motive to expand the territory of the country. So even Austria-Hungary, since the boundary of the Balkans